the other thing, though, just to point out, this is the ludicrous nature of this bill or this proposed law or whatever it's going to be, is that you were saying that the Greens often pick up a seat. That's correct. But they actually normally pick it up off the international vote. Now, the government's not touching the international vote. So in other words, the numbers still will change 2 weeks later, which is why I spoke to the Electoral Commission. That's where I got the numbers from about when the international votes come. I actually phoned them, I spoke to them, I got the details. And so again, 10 days after the election is when they can come in. So they're on the desk on the 11th day and then they start counting them. That's going to be the 12th day. So we're only talking about between 2 and 9 days difference. That's what this is all about. And as Chewie just said so eloquently, why rush democracy? Are we really going to make these changes, disenfranchise thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, who knows, of people, one person, for the sake of 2 to 9 days of speed, especially when they took so long to actually form a government? It just makes no sense.
Well, see, this is one of the issues that's come up now, and just in the last 2 days, because I started getting messages from people who were saying that they were checking their details because of all of the drama going on, and that they were either not enrolled and they voted at the last election, or that they'd been changed from the Māori roll to the general roll without their consent. And so at first I was like, you guys have just forgotten to update your details. I was a little bit skeptical. But myself and another one of the Facebook admins on one of the big groups that has over 80,000 people in it, we did an experiment last night and we put up a post and said, hey guys, go check your details and tell us, if there's anything wrong. And we had hundreds and hundreds of people, overseas people as well, who voted in the last election. They hadn't changed their addresses, and the same thing came up over and over again. They were either completely not on the register and had to ring up and re-enroll, or they'd been changed from the Māori roll to the general roll without their knowledge, had to then re-enroll, and also can't go on the Māori roll now because the cutoff date before voting in the local body elections has now passed. So there are some really pissed off people out there. I've had grandmothers in their 60s who voted and lived in the same place for more than 40, 50 years that this has happened to. So this is not an isolated incident. I thought it was in the beginning, and I thought it was just, maybe there was a few people it affected. But the longer this has gone on, the more and more people, and it's still going now. I'm still getting messages. So is our other Facebook group. They're still getting messages. It's a big issue. So you can't assume that the international votes aren't affected by this, because they still have to be registered before the 13-day period as well. So if they miss out and they assume that they're all good, and then it turns out that they're not, and so many people are going, oh my gosh, I thought I was all good, but I'm not, and I've voted at every election since I was 18 years old. I mean, it's really just highlighting, okay, you're going to make this change, but you can't even guarantee that the people that are already registered are on the roll and that they haven't been kicked off for some reason. So for me, it's a very, very dangerous situation for lots of people.